Just because. And again, at this rank of like high masters, it's like, so you're playing here, Prex? It's a lot more about small mistakes than it is about big macro concepts. So we go, I will say that. I was a ringer for my team and they told me about it. Hello. That's good. I assume you were a ringer for a Revenant? Yeah, I do coach your stuff. Glad to hear that. Okay. So, double bubble is pretty solid, but you usually want to have like Tracer or Sombra follow up on the monkey. You have Echo, which is okay, but not ideal. Anywho, your role on this comp is pretty simple. As I'm sure you know, your monkey is going to try to get space behind them. You want to pincer them with the Zarya and give your monkey a bubble so he doesn't just get stunned and killed to oblivion. Don't stand still. Standing still bad. It's actually... Oh, that's a very short one as well. So monkey takes the high ground, you push the payload with your Ana, which is solid. Unfortunate, but not your fault. This is very short one, wow, okay. Decent bubble your monkey. So that's decent value. Now you're trying to push forward, but you should not be pushing forward just yet because your monkey is backing out. Your monkey actually didn't have a great engagement. Let me just show you. So that's unlucky, and the big problem is that now your monkey has literally no follow-up. The way double bubble usually works is you want to jump behind the tanks, right? So with a Zarya bubble, you can survive for a long time. Then the monkey uses the bubble, and then he gets out. But while the monkey is in, and they're trying to get the monkey, your Tracer, maybe Echo, right, can just come in and wreck shit. While everyone is focusing the monkey, your other DPS and whatnot can just come in and do a lot more free work because the enemy is going to be sinking a lot of those resources into your monkey. The other thing is, because the monkey should be behind the tanks get split and you can push them. Right? And if the tanks push you, they don't get support from their team, whereas you got your Ana. So it's a general idea of your monkey is not only creating disruption, because you know he's with your bubble, he's blocked CC, and then he's got his own bubble for survivability. Not only does he get like a lot of attention, but that also allows you to, because the tanks either have to turn around or push on you, you can push forwards and get them. Or if they're pushing you, you can contest both of their tanks with the help of your Ana, and they have no support because the monkey bubble cut them off. So you can kill them. The too long don't read is that right now the biggest problems are that your monkeys, like good bubble on the monkey of course, but he's engaging all the tanks, and this is not something you should do. If you see this, you should call it out at being like around 4k. I'm sure people will at least listen to each other. This is bad. This is just bad. Never engage the tanks with monkey. He gets no value, and your mistake here is that you go forward. Right? You pop your own bubble, and you're just kinda trying to go forward even though your monkey's engagement failed. Emo, you just should have come back to the payload, push the payload, have some cover. This is not bad per se, but I just be careful when pushing forward in case they have like CC, you use your own bubble as well, which is a very long 10-second cooldown. Just be careful when you do kind of like that stuff, because you ended up going forward while your monkey was getting out, and especially if they had a Lucio, they could have punished you very, very easily. Like even now, you just don't have your own bubble, which is one of my biggest concerns. So your monkey's going in, you're gonna bubble him. This is a better engagement from your monkey. Right? Not on the Rhine, but on the McCree Zarya. Still not the best, but I guess these guys were too far away to jump on. He did a short jump too, which is not ideal, but you know. You bubble him, which is right. Then he drops the bubble because your bubble breaks, which is solid. And now you can push it. Like, look at this. If I compare this, right, to the other one, hold on. Which was around here, right? Right? Look at this, and look at the other one. Which is about here. Doesn't this look like a lot better for you to push? Because you can basically just do the Reinhardt and kill the Reinhardt or pressure someone else while everyone is distracted. Everyone's kind of distracted with the monkey. Monkey, Widow doesn't, but Widow's Widow. Anna is like trying to heal McCree, trying to deal with stuff, and Mercy's just... What is the Mercy doing? Oh, healing McCree, okay. So, this is a much better engagement. The big deal, of course, again, is that your monkey has literally no follow-up. You only got long range. And that's kind of a problem when you're playing double bubble. You want some follow-up. Like, Echo is probably enough. Tracer, Sombra are best. Because, you know, they can just go in. Maybe even Genji. If you have, like, it's not Overwatch League, so maybe a really good Genji or a really good Doomfist can get away with it as well. But ideally, you want some kind of flanker that can just go in and make use of this disruption. Whereas right now, you got two snipers who the monkey's basically not doing a lot. Anywho, like this pushes out better. You still have your bubble. You can try to kill the Mercy. You bubble for safety. Yep. Back out so your Ana can heal you. Back out so your Ana can heal you. Your monkey died with leap, I think. Your monkey died with leap, so again. Think about it this way. If you had a Tracer or anyone who could be set up right now, you probably would have won this already. Your Widow is getting no value, your Hanzo is getting no value. So this is not entirely on you, but if you're going to be playing these comps at like the 4K level, everyone should know more or less how they work. It's going to be a lot harder to play double bubble with double sniper. At that point, just play like Sigma to pressure the tanks and try to create time. It's very difficult. Too long to read, it's just difficult. But at this rank, you guys should be at least coordinating a little bit more with your DPS to get this. Because you're playing... Like, Echo was a decent pick. With Echo, you had a solid long range and a follow-up for the monkey. Not the best, but some follow-up for the monkey. But with Widow Hanzo, your monkeys just had no follow-up. So your monkey is like a good pick from your Widow. You go forward, you get shot, you bubble to safety, and your monkey is just kind of in front of everything, and he just gets killed with leap. Because he just goes super forward out of the bubble, into the tanks. Nothing you can do there. You should be trying to get out with your bubble. For your Ana to heal you. Yep, solid. You bubbled the... That's a panic bubble, I can tell. It's okay. Your Hanzo was probably not in big danger. This is solid. Like, yeah, you three should be moving together. I think the biggest thing thus far is that first engagement, you didn't seem like you were quite getting the idea of the pincer. You just went forward. And on the second one, your monkey had a better engagement. So when you push forward, you were getting some value. Still though, it's just like kinda... You're playing a less than ideal comp, let's put it that way. Flanking like this may get you some value, like you may be able to kill the McCree, solid kill. But again, you kinda need to wait for your team to be ready to go in, because we're not that ready to go in. Like, the big thing I'm worried about is that McCree... Do they have rest? Yeah, they have rest. That the McCree will just get rest. And you can't prevent that. Your monkey's going in, but your monkey has to go in without bubble, because you push too early, right? And he's got no follow-up, so he's not actually a threat. Mercy can rest, and the monkey cannot do anything to stop it, because he just doesn't have enough damage. So I think there you just went a little bit too early. Again, the idea of trying to get the off angle for value is good. They don't go for the rest, which is surprising. Oh, they do. It's just late. And we do kill them. Good push forward. Now it should be a one fight. Bubble the monkey. Your monkey's nanoed, so it's better to just again focus on the people on top of you. Like, what's the right? Oh, he just bumped you while he was charging back. Overall, though, your Zarya play is pretty good. Like, the only glaring, quote-unquote, glaring mistake I've seen is that you don't seem to quite understand how double bubble works. You are just pushing forward every time, which is not wrong. It's just that you could be waiting for a proper engagement rather than pushing forward on every engagement. Yeah, sorry, right click. Play with the payload, push the payload. With behind you, it shouldn't be a problem, yeah. Your monkey dies, but should still be winnable. Okay. So, we are up, we're definitely up. My biggest concern here is that you're pushing forward a little bit without, again, just a pretty good from Hanzo. So where is it? Panic bubble, and then do you self bubble? Oh, you had self bubble. So self bubble the shatter. Your reaction speed should at 4K be good enough to self bubble a shatter. Maybe not friendly bubble if you know you have to aim at someone, but you should be able to self bubble a shatter. Especially if you have someone keeping track of their ults. You should know that the Ryan has a shatter. Now we have Ryan, so this just became a lot easier. They have a Lucio, so not ideal, but we also just use dragons while we had grab. Man, I hate when that happens. Please, just wait. Hold on. Dude, wait 3 freaking seconds. We have grab. This is not on you, of course. We have grab. They just use speed. They don't have a Sigma or a Diva to eat any of these. They don't have a updates for the emo. That's just a free fight for you guys. There's literally nothing they can do about it. If your Hanzo just doesn't panic ult. Long range grab, I don't love that. You grab without knowing the situation, without knowing what was going on. We also have no follow-up because your Vine is grabbed as well. So your rank gets to people, but we literally get no damage in. We can do no damage to this grab. They also boost the ult, so that's fun. Ton of ultimates, getting very little value. Okay, you bubble there to protect yourself, the Vine should be dead. Overall pretty solid. Do you guys full hold them? Or is this like quick play game? How is this only 7 minutes? Do you guys lose this? Oh my god, you guys lose this. You got self-bubble, right? Just self-bubble your Rhine? No, you didn't. Okay. So, time to change your mindset. You are no longer playing double bubble. So now you just have a Lucio and a Rhine comp with double snipe. How do you deal with this? Well, mostly you have to make sure the McCree doesn't get a stun back on your Rhine. But otherwise, you just play this like normal brawl. Try to get out with energy if you can, but you're not gonna be able to. And yes, you threw a grab out that got no value. Because this grab gets no value. I think you just saw that they grabbed to countercraft. But there's literally no follow-up from this grab. And yeah, you probably didn't expect 2 of your team to die immediately, but we just have no follow-up for this grab. So let's take a look at the reset. Good bubble, like when your run is going in. You can pressure the Rhine, self-bubble, you can probably kill him. I feel like you could have gone a little more aggressive, but you get the Ana anyway. Like, McCree wasn't... Where was the McCree? Yeah. He had already used a flash, I think. He rolled away. Good shot. Oh no, he had the flash, but he was too far away. So I think you could have pushed the Rhine a little bit more. You get the Ana though, like this is the best pick you could get. So like even though your Lucio dies, this should be the best pick for us. Okay, that's very unfortunate. You bubbled your own Rhine a little early, but it's a lost fight, you have no DPS. Man, this is very unlucky. That McCree just killed the Lucio, killed the Hanzo, no one contested him, killed the Widow, killed the Ana. Welcome to the McCree meta, by the way. Okay. Was there a lot you could do there? Yes, but also no. I feel like if you had pressured the Rhine with your bubble, maybe you could have killed them. But it's a matter of... I'm not sure if it was the best call. I would have pushed the Rhine. Mostly because with your own bubble, like he went inside, you can chase after him, block the healing with your bubble, and kill the Rhine. If he tries to charge, then, you know, your Rhine should be here as well. I feel like we could have won that. We should have used our ultimates, but yeah. I feel like your DPS are not getting a ton of value, which is very unfortunate, but there's nothing you can do about that. And now we get a Tracer. Now that we are no longer playing the bubble, we get a Tracer. Can we touch? Please tell me we touch. High Noon, Nano. We basically only have Shatter, so you know. We gotta get this Shatter. I feel like this bubble is way too early. Like your Rhine's not getting pressured, he's not going aggressive, he's got a shield up. I don't like this bubble. There's really no one with behind him to shield, like Lucius on the payload, but... So I don't like this bubble. And remember, the big thing with Zarya is that you only get, like, 2 cooldowns every 10 seconds. Her cooldowns are very, very important, and you just wasted one of them. So that's like half of your value gone. I get that you are probably panicking because, you know, Nano High Noon. But your Rhine didn't need that bubble. Then he goes for the Shatter and misses because, you know, there's a Rhine holding the shield in front of him. For the McCree already. I'm sorry, how did your Rhine die there? You should not have had to use your bubble to go out to the High Noon. Maybe you bubble tried to save your Rhine from the High Noon, but he was going to the payload, so in theory he shouldn't have needed it. Hello, 413 Esports. Okay, I did not expect the 413 Esports account to come to my channel. How does your Rhine die to this? Oh, he just goes out of the payload. He's just dumb. Of course. You go aggressive, but you at least have your bubble. Which, you know, at least gets you some charge. I would not have pushed yet. Because, you know, your bubble is going to get burst immediately. They have a Nano Rhine. They have their own resources. I feel like you use your bubble a little early on your Rhine, and then you use your self-bubble to peek the High Noon Nano Rhine. You're logged onto the wrong account, unlucky. But, yeah, you just died. Yeah. I feel like overall your gameplay hasn't been bad. You could be using your bubbles a bit better on some opportunities. Like you bubbled your Rhine early here. But I'm not, and you panic bubble like the Hanzo I think over here. But I don't think this is your fault. Like yeah, this is not going great, but your main tank is not doing great. And your DPS are not really coordinating with your team. At least nobody top of bubble. So you guys either full hold or get rolled, and it looks like you guys just get rolled. This is fine. Early bubble, I'm okay with it, just to get charged because you're gonna have it for the fight, so it's good. When did you use your friendly though? Now? Yeah. I'm not sure I love this one. Because you do want to make sure you have, like, the idea is you have this when the fight starts, so you can bubble your Rhine, then that gives you enough time to build this one back up. I'm not sure I like that one. Yeah, you have some charge, but if your Rhine gets pushed, he's probably just dead. Especially because their McCree is really good. We are forced to give out the corner because we don't have bubbles. We also don't have Lucio. Our Sun is dead, but we trade for the McCree, which is most of their damage, which is actually pretty solid for us. Okay, this is okay. You see the Zarya. Their Widow just got both of their supports. This is how you guys lose. What were your supports doing? Sometimes you cannot really... Yeah, that's a great shot. Sometimes you cannot prevent the enemy from just picking your team, but that's like at this rank especially, if you have a really good Widow who just gets 2 picks at the very start, not a lot you can do as a Zarya player. He was not even going for the Baptiste. And your Widow just fucks up too. Okay, well, sometimes this happens. So you get rolled on defense because, you know, you're trying to do their tanks and their Widow just kills everyone. And now you have no healing, and this is just lost. Your Rhine dies because no healing, and you die because no healing. And sometimes this happens, and this is why I don't usually take rolls. Like, this was a roll, I'll be honest. The enemy team just rolled you. This is why I usually say, don't send me games where you roll or get rolled, because your team can have a big influence on this, and your Rhine was throwing, your DPS did not get that enough value. Their McCree basically rolled the first point. Now Widow just got 3 picks. The only thing I learned is that you... maybe are going for the pincer on the double bubble every single time without thinking about my monkey did good or my monkey did not do good. Well, my monkey did good or did not do good. But that's like the biggest thing I can tell you. And maybe save your bubbles a little bit more. Because right now the big problem with Zarya is that she only has a 10-second and an 8-second cooldown. And this is all she's got. Whereas with D.Va, you got defense metric, you got boosters, Sigma's got that shield, grasp, rock. Right? They are much more versatile than Zarya. Even though they're also playing Zarya. Your cooldowns become really, really important because if you don't have a cooldown, you can get stun right click. Like your Rhine just dies to a stun right click. Your Rhine can just die to being an idiot and going out of cover into high noon, but you could have bubbled him maybe if you hadn't used your bubble too early. I feel like you should save your bubbles a little bit more with Zarya. But this is just such an unfortunate game. Overwatch 2 PPG updates are live right now at that. Okay, we'll watch those in like 5 minutes as soon as we're done with this. To just buy time for you guys to get here. I'll do a small co-commentary on that. I'll take like a 3-minute break after this and do a small co-commentary on this. I was not expecting this game to be this short. I expected it to go for another hour and we just lose, yeah. But yeah. Breaks. This is why I don't take rolls that often. You just got rolled. Your DPS didn't do a lot. Their DPS were pretty good. Your main tank was kinda throwing. Yeah. Unfortunate, but yeah. Overwatch 2, 5 players per team. Ooh, I want to see that. Okay, let's take a 3-minute break and then we'll come back with some Overwatch updates. 3-minute break.